Good morning, children. In the previous session, we were talking about the Newton's third law of motion and some examples of Newton's third law of motion. So, up to this, we have completed all the three Newton's laws of motion: first law, second law, and third law. All these laws of motions are describing something about the force. The first law of motion gives the definition of force, second law of motion gives the measurement of force, and the third law of motion, it gives the nature of force required to be applied on any object. After this, the Newton's third law of motion, we have one more important topic, that is the law of conservation of momentum. The law of conservation of momentum. Already we had a session with the momentum, the term momentum. Now it is law of conservation of momentum. In your other subject like chemistry, I think you heard about that conservation, law of conservation. In physics also, we will discuss many law of conservations. Conservation of energy, here conservation of momentum, and in chemistry you must have discussed about conservation of mass. So the conservation means keeping the thing constant. Here conservation of momentum, that keeping the momentum constant. Suppose an object is moving. An object of mass m is moving with some velocity. It is moving by any means. If no external unbalanced force is applied on it, then obviously its momentum remains constant. There will be no change in momentum. And that we call the conservation. That means to keep that value constant, neither decrease nor increase. That is called conservation. Here we are talking about single objects, but we have to talk about the system of objects. System of objects, that number of objects. Whenever we have number of objects are placed somewhere or they are interacting with each other, in that condition, if no external unbalanced force is applied, then the total momentum of the system of objects remains constant. Here it has to be proved. We are going to prove that how this this momentum is conserved. Before that, we can give the statement. In an isolated system of objects, isolated system means no other external efforts, external unbalanced force can affect the system of objects. In an isolated system of objects, the total momentum remains constant. For this proof, let us take two objects which are moving on a horizontal surface. This is the object having mass m1 and is moving with velocity u1, right? So its momentum is m1u. Another object is having mass m2, is moving with velocity u2. So it is also, let us assume, we are assuming that both are traveling in the same direction with velocity u1, with velocity u2, having momentum m1, momentum m2. Now, in this, one more thing is also assumed that u1 is greater than u2. Since they are traveling in the same direction, this object is having the greater velocity than this one. So, what will happen? Obviously, after some time, after traveling some distance, they will collide each other. They will collide each other, right? Here they are colliding with each other. On collision, while they are colliding, the moment they are colliding, what happens? They exert force on the other. They exert force on the other. First object, second object. At the moment they are colliding, M1 exerts force on M2, M2 exerts force on M1. So that two forces. M1 is applying force on M2. Let us take this is F1 and M2 is applying force on M1, that is F2. Now, according to Newton's third law of motion, these two forces, while they are colliding with each other, these two forces are equal and opposite to each other. So, F1 equal to minus F2. F1 force applied by M1 on M2. F2 force applied by M2 on M1. Right? So due to these forces, due to the force by M1 on M2, that is F1, the momentum of the second object will change. Due to the force by M2 on M1, its momentum will change. So that means they are exerting force on the other, their momentum will change after the instant. Let us assume, here also we are assuming that it is M1 and the M2, and we are assuming that after collision they are parting each other. In that, after that collision also, let us assume that its velocity become v1 and its velocity become v2. So this is the situation before collision of two objects, and this is the situation after collision of two objects. Before collision, momentum of first object m1 u1. After collision, its momentum is m1 v1. For the second object m2 u2, after collision, its momentum is m2 v2.